We are at the Kawartha Speedway for the 12th and final race of Season 3 of the SCRL Tim Hortons Canadian Series. The number 27 of Chris Kyle leading us to the green flag, and starting beside him is the number 14 of Brian Fox. Rest of the starting lineup for today's race. We have all 20 drivers of the full time here at the Kawartha Speedway for the season finale. Of course, the Kawartha Speedway is a 0.37 mile oval. 25 laps is the distance for today's race. Entering the season finale, we have 12 drivers that can mathematically win the championship. Billy Kidd, our points leader, enters this race with a 6-point lead over Dylan Ibrahim. Billy Kidd will be starting in the 4th position. Dilliam will be starting 17th. The other drivers involved in the championship is Ignacio Alberti, who is starting in the 13th spot, 8 points behind. Killian Breen starting 20th, 9 points behind. Brian Fox starting 2nd, 12 points behind. Sebastian Torres, who won this race one season ago, is 14 points behind. He is starting 16th. Kristen Russell, 20 points behind. He is starting 10th. Zachary Fitzwater Sr., 24 points behind. He is starting 7th. Chris Kyle, starting 1st, is 29 points behind. Brandon Mayhew, starting 12th, is 31 points behind. David Bryers, 32 points behind, is starting 18th. And Noah Holiday, the furthest behind, is starting 19th, 34 points behind. So we have 12 drivers that can technically, mathematically win the championship here. But of course, some drivers are further away than others and have a more mathematical chance in terms of actual points and whatnot. So it is a possibility. This is the 3rd time here in series history we are racing here at the Kawartha Speedway. And Season 1, Joe Jefferson won this event. And the defending race winner is Sebastian Torres. Joe Jefferson is not here. Sebastian is. Sebastian is looking to win here at Kawartha 2 seasons in a row. But he has to come from the 16th position if he wants to win the race and the championship. So a lot is on the line in these next 25 laps. Who will win the race? Who will win the championship? We will see. And now, for those most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
The field is rolling off for the final time here in Season 3. No drivers had to drop to the rear of the field. So this is it. 20 drivers, 25 laps, 12 with a shot of being a champion in this league. Chris Kyle, the defending champion, won the pole. He will lead us to green. He's got Brian Fox, his toughest challenger, right beside him. Pace car has pulled in, pulled the belts tight one more time. We are racing 25 laps here at Kawartha. We are green. Off towards turn number 1. Brian Fox riding hard on the outside. Kennedy on the inside line, trying to get around Brian Fox. Chris Kyle leads lap number 1, and Chris Kyle will gain 1 bonus point. So he is now only 28 points behind. And Kennedy trying to go for 2nd place still. See Zachary Fitzwater Sr. trying to go around Omar Gutierrez. Will be for 4th. So Fitzwater, who came in minus 24, just gained this point as well in terms of his championship hopes. So the battle for 2nd is still going on. Kennedy trying to clear, and he does. So moving Kennedy into 2nd place. Here comes Zachary Fitzwater Sr. Trying to get around Brian Fox, 2 championship rivals. And currently, where's our points leader, Billy Kidd at? Right there, stuck on the high side, battling with Dylan Ibrahim and Derek Green. Dilliam, of course, came in minus 6, so he has to get around Billy Kidd to at least keep his hopes alive. So Dilliam is now plus 2 over Billy Kidd, who is stuck on the high side. Back up front, Nick Kennedy, who is mathematically out of the championship. Trying to go for a win, but here comes Brian Fox on the inside line. Of course, we mentioned before, Brian Fox, he won earlier in the season at Circuit iCar, as well as CTMP Oval. So Brian Fox trying to make history by winning 3 times here at the Canadian Series if he can catch Chris Kyle. Back for position, here comes Ignacio Alberti, Water Sr. And you see Kennedy is stuck on the high side, losing ground as he gets passed by Omar Gutierrez. And there's Boston Jones in the number 8 car. So we got 2 championship contenders, 1 and 2 right now. And you see Billy Kidd is still stuck on the high side. He's losing a position to Sebastian Torres. But you see Dylan Ibrahim, he is only 2 spots ahead. Can make that 3 spots ahead now of Billy Kidd. The way things are going, it looks like we won't know who will be champion until the end of the race, or how close it is. Of course, Chris Kyle, if he keeps leading, he'll get 48 points for the win if he leads the most laps, and then he'll also get 3 for winning the race. So Kyle does have a slim chance. He's doing all he can right now by leading this race. We are 9 laps in. As Billy Kidd loses another position to the number 52 of Noel Holiday. Noel had a career season this season by winning the opener at CTMP and then winning at Motoplex. So a good season for him. As you see, Dylan Ibrahim currently in the 12th position. Remember, he has to finish 7 points. That is 7 positions ahead of Billy Kidd in order to win the championship, at least in terms of him. Back up front, the battle is heating on between Chris Kyle and Brian Fox. Fox, of course, entered this race 5th in points compared to Kyle, who entered 9th in points. So Fox has a better chance of winning the championship as of right now. But he needs to get around Chris Kyle. Keep an eye on Dilliam, who actually just lost the position to Sebastian Torres, so this is not helping Dilliam, who's had a career season. So far, he won at Delaware. Still in for his first championship, but doesn't look like it's going to happen today, as he has lost another spot to Cameron Hathaway. As Zachary Fitzwater Sr. is being passed by Roger James, so Fitzwater probably won't be the champion. We will have 10 laps to go next time by, and Chris Kyle this time by will lock up the bonus point for leading the most laps, so Kyle will have 2 points added towards his point total. There it is, 10 laps to go. We have gone this entire race caution-free. Chris Kyle, no stranger to Canada or the Canadian Series. He's been competing in this series all throughout the 3 seasons we have done. He had a championship winning season in the last year when he beat Chaka Whitelion and Cole Nixie for that championship. So Kyle does know how to get it done here in Canada, but can he keep Brian Fox behind him as the laps are slowly winding down? Dilliam Ibrahim has gotten past Sebastian Torres. Again, that is 2 points Dilliam now has over Billy Kidd. If he can get another one over Cameron Hathaway, it might be close in this championship in terms of those 2 drivers. But still, the highest running right now is Chris Kyle, but he came in minus 29. He's going to get 48 points for winning. Of course, it all matters where everybody else finishes. We got 5 laps to go next time by. The worst thing Chris Kyle could see is a caution. There's Dilliam trying to get back up there to Cameron Hathaway. As you saw, the 7, Killian Breen, who is a championship contender, came in here 4th in points, 9 behind. About to be passed by the 67 of Sam Oskin, who has had a dismal season so far. trying to finish it on a high note. 4 laps to go for Chris Kyle. He came into this race minus 29, needing a win, and the other drivers having bad luck. So far, he's had it, but Brian Fox is closing in, trying to play spoiler. 3 to go. Can Chris Kyle win and become the first champion in this series to win back-to-back championships? Only Zachary Fitzwater Sr. and Sebastian Torres has in the Cup and Busch respectively. 2 laps to go. No pressure from behind. Looks like it's going to be a very close one in terms of championship off the final turn. White flag, 1 lap to go for Chris Kyle. Can he make it back? Brian Fox trying to close in ever so slowly in his Chevrolet, but I don't think he's got enough. Down the backstretch for the final time. Into turn number 3. Chris Kyle, the Dominator, is going to lead every single lap and win the season finale here at Kawartha. And in terms of the championship, I'm not real sure. Because look at that, Dylan Ibrahim just passed Cameron Hathaway for 11th. So Chris Kyle scores the win. Perry race results. Chris Kyle, who came in here 9th in points, scores his first win of the season, and when it matters most, we'll have to see if it gave him the championship or not. 2nd, Brian Fox, who's also a championship contender. 3rd, Boston Jones. 4th, Omar Gutierrez. 5th, Ignacio Alberti. 6th, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. 7th, Roger James. 8th, Nick Kennedy. 9th, Jonathan Dane. And 10th was Sam Oskin. Dylan Ibrahim, who came in here 2nd in points, finishes 11th. Billy Kidd finishes 8th. And as you can see, that is 7 spots. So Dilliam finished 1 point above where he was supposed to win the championship. So I'll have to see if that is the decider or not. But first, we'll take it to victory lane for the first time this season with the number 27 of Chris Kyle. Here are the point standings after the 12th and final round at Kawartha, and wow, do we have an upset. Ignacio Alberti, who came into the final race 8 points behind. He left Kawartha 1 point ahead of Brian Fox. And in terms of the race results, Ignacio Alberti finished in the 5th position, and that gave him the championship compared to Brian Fox. What a huge upset. Ignacio Alberti doesn't even have a win in this league, and he has won a championship. So what a huge upset. Ignacio Alberti had no wins this season, no wins at all in this entire league. He had 4 top 5s and 5 top 10s. He won the championship by, once again, 1 point over Brian Fox, who had 2 wins at Circuit iCar and at CTMP Oval and iCar. He had 4 top 5s and 7 top 10s. 3rd was Dylan Ibrahim. He had 1 win on the season. That was at Delaware. He had 3 top 5s and 6 top 10s. 4th, Billy Kidd entered the race with a 6-point lead. As the points leader, he leaves 4th in points, 5 points behind. He had no wins. He had 4 top 5s and 8 top 10s. 5th, Killian Breen, no wins on the season. He had 2 top 5s and 6 top 10s. 6th was Chris Kyle, 1 win on the season. That was at the finale at Kawartha. He had 4 top 5s and 6 top 10s. 7th was Sebastian Torres, no wins, 1 top 5 and 6 top 10 finishes. 8th is Zachary Fitzwater Sr., 1 win on the season. That was at Riverside. He had 4 top 5s and 6 top 10s. 9th was Kristen Russell. He had no wins. He had 4 top 5s and 6 top 10s. 10th was Brandon Mayhew, 1 win on the season. That was at St. Eustache. He had 2 top 5s and 4 top 10s. 11th was Noah Holiday, who had 2 wins on the season at CTMP and Motoplex. Those were his only 2 top 10s. He had 4 top 10 finishes. David Briers finishes 12th in points. He had 1 win on the season. That was at Auto Clearing. That was his only top 5. He had 6 top 10 finishes. 13th was Omar Gutierrez, no wins, 3 top 5s and 4 top 10s. 14th, Boston Jones, no wins, 3 top 5s and 6 top 10s. 15th was Nick Kennedy, no wins, 3 top 5s and 4 top 10s. 16th, Sam Oskin, no wins, 2 top 5s and 5 top 10s. 17th, Jonathan Dane, no wins, 2 top 5s and 4 top 10s. 18th was Derek Green, no wins, 1 top 5 and 3 top 10 finishes. 19th was Roger James, no wins, 1 top 5 and 3 top 10 finishes. Finishing last in terms of the full-time drivers was Cameron Halfway. He had 1 win on the season. That was at Barrie. He had 2 top 5s and 2 top 10 finishes. Finishing 21st in points was Cam Cole, 1 win on the season. That was at Trois-Rivières. He had 2 top 5s and 3 top 10 finishes. 22nd in points was Jacob Athens, no wins, 1 top 5 and 3 top 10s. 23rd, Willer Hills, no wins, 2 top 5s and 2 top 10 finishes. 24th was Austin Nash, no wins, no top 5s and 1 top 10 finish. 25th was Chase Abbott, no wins, 1 top 5 and 1 top 10. 26th was Trey Wright, no wins, no top 5s and 1 top 10 finish. 27th was Jackie Lightning Blaze, 1 win on the season. That was the second CTMP event. She had 2 top 5s and 2 top 10 finishes. 28th was AJ Jones, no wins, no top 5s and 1 top 10 finish. 29th was Blaze Ebitar. He had no wins, no top 5s and only 2 top 10 finishes. 30th in points was Rhea Pemberton, no wins, no top 5s and 1 top 10 finish. 31st was Owen Carvon, no win, no top 5s, and only 1 top 10 finishes. 32nd in points was Morton Gray, no wins, no top 5s, and 1 top 10 finish. And finishing last in the overall points was Al Legacy, no wins, no top 5s, and no top 10 finishes. In terms of the Rookie of the Year battle, that will go to Dillian Abraham, and he won the points by 3 points over Billy Kidd, so he did not win the overall championship, but congratulations to Dylan Abraham. You are the first ever Rookie of the Year in terms of the Tim Hortons Canadian Series. Now we go to our statistics. Of course, starts are all the same. Most wins, that goes to Brian Fox and Noah Holiday, 2 apiece. Brandon Mayhew, Cam Cole, and Cameron Hathaway with 1 apiece. Most top 5s, Billy Kidd, Brian Fox, Chris Kyle, Kristen Russell, and Nasty Alberti with 4 apiece. Most top 10s, Billy Kidd with 8, Brian Fox with 7, Boston Jones, Chris Kyle, and Kristen Russell with 6 apiece. Most poles, Brian Fox and Cameron Hathaway with 2, Billy Kidd, Boston Jones, Brandon Mayhew with 1. Most laps completed, Billy Kidd, Boston Jones, Brian Fox, Cameron Hathaway, and Chris Kyle with 256. Most laps led, Cameron Hathaway with 43, Noah Holiday with 31, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. with 30, Brian Fox with 26, and Brandon Mayhew with 25. Most miles completed, that will be Billy Kidd, Boston Jones, Brian Fox, Cameron Hathaway, and Chris Kyle with 166 apiece. Now to our general statistics. The fastest average was the Pinty's presents the Clariton 200. That's CTMP, won by Checa Lightning Blaze, 105.797 miles per hour. The slowest average was Circuit de Trois-Rivières, won by Cam Cole, 54.556 miles per hour. Our biggest margin of victory was CTMP, where Noah Holiday won that event. The closest margin was CTMP, the second event won by Checa Lightning Blaze. The fastest pole was, of course, The second CTMP event, 110.356 miles per hour, 80.217 seconds. Our slowest pole was Kawartha Speedway, 70.9, 19.014 seconds, won by Chris Kyle. Most lead changes, Delaware with 2. Most leaders, Delaware with 3. Most yellows, Auto Clarion with 3. Most cars running CTMP, the first event, with all 33. And most DNFs, Trois-Rivières with 2. Well, that officially concludes Season 3 of the SCRL Tim Hortons Canadian Series. What a shock it is, and I would say it is an upset. Ignacy Alberti is our Season 3 champion, so congratulations to you on a out-of-nowhere championship, basically. So the next time you'll be seeing the SCRL will be sign-ups for the second ever Snowball Derby. And until then, keep the hammer down, and we'll see you at the track.